Okay, guys, we're back. Didn't even take one full song for us to get this game 2 up and ready. And I'm going to let these guys know they can actually start drafting. Okay. Draft has begun. I'm going to show it before I forget. Hogan, welcome back.
You're the most inconsiderate co-caster in the world.
I know.
I messaged you and I said BRB. I didn't even tell you I was back. What if I wasn't here and you're talking to me? You look like an idiot.
Not really anything new, though. So I'm okay with it. That's fine. But yeah, so
Listen, you got to consider other people's feelings from time to time.
I try.
But I am here.
Welcome
And
back.
Manti doesn't tell me how many deaths he had in the last game, so I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm doing.
I didn't look. I think you might have won, though. I don't think he had over five or over. I think you might have hit the under.
Okay, you owe me $1,000.
Damn.
That was a really good bet on my part.
Oh my lord. We have first ban
Double or
out
nothing.
Ray, by the way. What do you think about Ray ban?
It's a very common ban against PLS. They've been playing Ray very well. It's a very common ban in general. There are certain teams like PLS, TFTD, even F3. They thrive with Ray. He is just like a cornerstone of their offense and defensive strategies in the game. So I really like the Ray bans. The problem is there's so many good tanks that it turns into tank wars after the Ray's banned out, and it's like who can get the better tanks.
Yeah, I mean that's an excellent comment there. Yep. So we'll see what happens here on the first ban from PLS. If they ban out a tank, this is definitely going to become tank pick wars. I agree.
You know, they banned out Harrower last game, so it's likely they'll ban out Harrower or Rook this game again. Rook is one of, I think I've said this last week too, one of Hooligan's best heroes. Definitely
Yes.
one of his most comfortable heroes. I'm not sure they prioritize Rook over Claudessa or Bastion, but I'm sure that if he's there for the 1 through 3, the 2 or 3 pick, they will take him. If they do pick him first, I'll be a little bit surprised, but it's probably because there will be so many tanks left that they can do so safely.
Yeah, it looks like they're using up a lot of time just for this ban, and there it is. It is a Harrower ban. It's a tough decision for them. Do they ban out Harrower or do they ban out Rook, like you said? So this might open the door for them to first pick Rook if they really want to put their bot lane on a comfortable trajectory.
Yeah, this is a really tough decision. This is honestly, having drafted previously and being put in spots like this pretty often, like it's hard to value Rook properly. Like he's a great bot laner, he contributes to team fights well, but the tanks are so strong right now.
And
But they
DERP
end up
agrees
giving up
with you.
Bastion. Yeah, I don't think in this particular instance, I don't think there's a threat of PLS taking Rook with one of its top 2 picks. It seems unlikely, so I think that's the right choice to pick Bastion and give up Claudessa +1.
Yeah, and especially when you first pick that Bastion, it kind of almost forces PLS, at least in one of their first 2 picks, to consider a tank pickup themselves, right?
Yeah, but in most situations, you're gonna pick up a tank in the first 2. Anyway.
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely right. Unless you're trying some crazy strategy where you have Minerva or something in your lineup. Are we going to see... This is the game 2 for PLS. We going to see a Minerva.
No,
Oh.
it's possible, but it's usually I don't know. I probably shouldn't divulge any information, but usually certain circumstances have to be met for it to be picked.
Sure, of course.
Especially after the way it was picked last night. I think that kind of threw us off a little bit. So I don't think you'll see Minerva for a little while. But they end up
Claudessa
picking
Rook.
up the Rooks. So I don't know. This is interesting. Very rarely do you see PLS pick a bot lane hero in its first 4 picks. Usually it's last pick or die.
Yeah, so
And
now...
here they pick it up second.
Do you think it's more of like a respect thing? It's like, we just don't want Hooligan on Rook. Let's just pick it up.
I think it's just the fact that it's Rook. And they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, what else can we get here? If the Ray was available, it would have been a Ray in a heartbeat, but they take the Rook because it's available, so I think it's a smart play. The only way DERP can punish here is if they pick Verm and Fetter.
Yeah.
If they pick Verm and Fetter, there's no way that PLS can reasonably fit in a Tinder, so they get really good lanes, but they go for Verm Jinchi instead, which is an interesting combo. Jinshi is another hero I didn't see them with much experience practicing with or playing with in recent games. Of course, they surprised me. Nikolai played pretty well last game, so maybe they have a pocket Jinshi as well.
Yeah, maybe. Are we going to see Lalon? Probably on Bastion. Or are we going to see? No. Yeah, I don't know. Is Dudley going to be on Bastion or Lalon going to be on Jinshi? It's going to be. That's interesting. I guess we're going to have to see what their next picks are. My guess is we'll see Dudley on Bastion and Lalon on Jinshi. Just because that's kind of
right.
comfort picks for some people there.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
100% sure Dudley will be on Bastion, so the other ones, I don't know how they switch around, but Leland could be on Genshi. He has a very versatile player, so he can do different stuff if need be. Maybe Stride switches with him. But there is a Minerva. It's just not on the team you thought it would be on.
I am completely flabbergasted right now with an Ace plus Minerva pickup. Wow.
This looks like a pub team, like four melees. But okay, so this is the strat that AG has been running. It's the
Yeah.
Ace plus Jinshi middle lane. It gives you super tankiness. I don't think they picked it in the right situation here, though. Usually, you want to pick it into like a one carry lineup with a lot of tanks and other people. They picked it into a two carry. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to execute with. So I'm curious to see how this plays out, but very bold and interesting picks in DERP considering they're on the brink of defeat. You think they'd want to go back to a more comfortable or stable comp.
Hmm.
They go with an experimental comp, so props to them for being that bold.
Yeah, you think this would be something you'd pull out for like a game one of a series, right? Try and just throw off the other team completely with a comp that you normally run or they expect you to do, and try and edge out a victory that way. But no, they're down a game in a best of three, and they're going for this. So that takes some guts. We'll see if they're able to make it work. I mean, it can definitely happen. If that Minerva gets free farm, doesn't get shut down, it can be a scary Minerva against Vermilion, against that Malady, even against that Rook. So it'll be fun. I look forward
Yeah,
to it.
um, Minerva does well against some of those heroes. Probably expect to see Verm build Frost Prism this game. Since there's so many melees, you'll get extra value out of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see that coming out soon. And I think overall, this is poised to be an interesting game. Just because of the aggressive nature of the team DERP pick, they're going to
Yep.
have to try and win early and win often.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a super aggressive lineup coming out here from Derp. We did see last night. We saw this Ace Ace Jinshi mid lane, and it worked extremely well for them. But that are two really good players that they've been probably experimenting with that lane composition for a while, and it definitely worked for them. So we'll see if it works out for Derp in this game. Who are they going to be up against? Is it going to be like a Claude Malady mid, or what are they going to do? No, Claude. It's going to be a Claude Verm top, right? Probably a Bow Malady mid.
It's possible. I'm not sure. I think
Yeah.
Manti will be playing Bo, though.
Oh, you think Manti's gonna? They're putting him back on his tank role, and okay, and not Cladessa.
I think he'll tell them he'd rather play Claudessa, but I haven't seen Senju Gahara play Bo recently, so
Ah,
I think he might get pushed onto the Bo.
yeah, that's possible. Well, we're loading in. We're gonna find out. Find out in game two here.
This is a team that Bo isn't very good against. I mean, he's good against the Feder, but they have a
That's
lot
it.
of just big people that you can like move around, but to no real positive end. So it'll be uh,
Yeah,
interesting to see if Bo can make an impact early on in the game.
yeah. We'll see what this. I mean, obviously they picked up that bow before that Ace and Minerva were chosen. So we'll see how it is. But no, Mantikiz is actually on Claudessa. Senjukahara is going to be on Bow.
They gave him what he wanted.
They did. They did. He yelled and stomped, and they gave in. Here's the derp I know and love. Here's the 5-man bottom lane roam to see what they can find.
Yeah,
And
Dudley has a Fitz on his ace.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, if you're going to run Ace and you're going to be mid lane, I think that's the way to go.
I don't think they had a Fitz on Ace last night against us. I forget what they have.
I believe they did, actually. I believe SMD did have Ace Fits.
Oh.
I think. Don't quote me.
Goes to show how much I pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, bot lane, they're probably not going to get anything here. PLS is going back to their old ways. Great.
Yeah.
Level 1 opening, stand in a bush.
So what do you think? So they Mantikia is on this Claudessa, but Claudessa is not top. It's not a Claudessa Verm lane. It's going to be a Claudessa Bow lane in a Claudessa Malady mid lane.
Yeah, you said Claudessa like 3 times there, so I'm going to clarify. It's going to be Bow and Vermilion, Claudessa and Malady. If Claudessa's in both lanes, then I think PLS has some issues, but she is not. She's only in one lane. I think it's not a bad lane. It's not the best lane in the world. This is something we see AG run too. Like when they try and fit Malady into their team, they don't have the Bastion. They sometimes defer to this lane, or they defer to the Malady plus Hail. And you know, Malady's Hail. I mean, Claudessa is good with anybody.
Yes.
It's going to come down to how well Kiwi can play the Malady. It's a hero he doesn't play too often, but you know, he's a good player, so we'll see what he makes out of it.
All right, so Claudessa does skill up that Dragon's Reach first, and they're actually going in on Dudley already, getting a little bit of harass. Dudley is going to dodge that Dragon's Reach, though, and I'll be into that. Minerva versus Rook.
Top lane.
Oh, top
Lots
lane.
of damage on Lalonde.
Yeah, I didn't think someone was going to die, and they did not. But yeah, Lalonde taking a ton of damage. So already PLS coming out very aggressive in their 2 lanes, in their dual lanes right now. Already pressuring them up to the tower.
Yeah, and the matchup you really want to keep an eye on is the bot lane matchup. It's supposed to favor Rook, but Minerva, you know, a lucky break or 2, she can pull away. If Minerva gets to level 6 clean and isn't behind by a mile, she can start doing some real damage and being a menace, but that's a really big if.
It's going to take a while for that to happen. Yeah, we'll see. She Hooligan just cannot die before that point. Has to try and get some farm under tower, but they are already putting the pressure here onto Malady. That Ace Jinshi, it's a pretty lethal combination. If Jinshi lands the stun, or even doesn't have to, because if Ace just goes in with the Avalanche and gets the slow off, it can make it basically a free stun coming out of from Jinshi.
Yeah, and they'll continue to try and jump in and deal whatever damage they can, but Stride's going to take some extra harass.
And Kiwi Dude is...
Kiwi.
No, he's not dead!
Auto attack! That'll be auto to creep!
Oh, it actually gets a... No, it's not going to matter, though.
It gets it.
And they actually might get a double kill here. No, they're not. Oh, the stun is going to happen. He's going to have to use his pincer just to be on the super safe side there. But wow. Yeah, Dudley missed the auto attack, and Malady bounded away. Almost got away, got a heal off and everything, but just wasn't enough. The spin was coming out, and that's all they needed.
Yeah, that was huge that he still got the kill. If he didn't get the kill there, oh, that would have been devastating, especially for morale. Malady's going to rotate bottom into vision of the Ace. The Ace can try and jump on her if he wants to. They could have pinched that easily.
Yes.
They decided against it, so a little passive.
I think Ace is looking to go bottom. No, okay, no. So I thought maybe a gank was going to happen in the bot lane. Try and help out that Minerva a little bit. But that's not happening yet. But then they're going to go right in on Malady again. They're going to get the stun off this time, though. And Golden Gate comes out. They're going to be fine. They're actually going to try and turn this on to Ace. Ace taking a lot of damage. Not going to be enough, though. But Jinshi actually gets the stun off. Katumura, oh, there is a whirlwind of life-saving if I've ever seen one. This lane is back and forth. So much Wonder Auto attack. Definitely going to get it that time. So PLS coming back with a kill themselves. Yeah, this mid lane is so back and forth right now. But PLS definitely has a gold advantage.
You know, it's a lane that's like got to be willing to trade. You have a Fitz, you have 2 melee heroes, you're going to take a lot of harass damage. If you don't all in and take the risk, then you're just going to fall behind slowly and lose slowly. So you have to be willing to commit and take some risks, and that's what they're doing. So, you know, even though they're dying once in a while, it's well worth it.
Yeah, but look at, before Malady got here, Minerva had this lane under control against Rook. And so that's good signs from this Minerva. Minerva rushing a Golden Protector. Is that what that is? We don't know for sure, but it might be.
It looks like it will be.
Yeah, Minerva's not that far behind from this Rook though. And Ace chasing people down. Dudley on Ace here went kind of the greedy build. Went for that Reaper side on Ace. If we look at the score here, they might try and go on Artemis here. Not going to be enough. He's not 6 yet, but they are doing a lot of support for this Minerva just to make sure this Minerva does not have a bad, early game.
Yeah, it's nice of them as teammates. I don't think they know that Rook isn't doing that well. He must be missing last hits or something, because he's not that high up on GPM either. So.
Yep.
It's nice that they're supporting them, though, and Kiwi's going to get jumped at, but Stride is a little bit off target, so it's not going to do anything. He's going to continue walking top, maybe to go for a roam top. They're under tower. Tower's got a fair bit of health, so this is a tough dive to go through with, but they'll consider it.
I don't know if they're going to go for the dive, or they just, that Kiwi Dude is going to miss that Whirlwind. I don't know if they're going to go, so Kiwi Dude is heading out. They're not going to go for the tower. We're not going to pressure it too heavily here. But as I was saying, very greedy Reaper Scythe coming out here from Ace. We'll see if that pays off. Obviously, if he can get the kills, it'll be great. Kiwi Dude, though, going in the wrong way. Actually, he's going to have to bound our way. He's going to be fine. Mantikias has the Scorching Earth up, and they're going to chase down Ace there. Oh, he gets the Dragon's Reach out. He actually might get a kill here. No, Spin Signals comes up, and they're going to turn this now on to Jinchi, who's using that CC break just to get away, but they're chasing him down. He has the ult activated. He's going to get a little health back. Will it be enough? One more auto attack. Mantikia's going to do it, but no, Dudley's here. Doesn't get the kill. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Kiwi surviving with no HP. That was so close, and if Dudley gets that kill, it's a fine kamikaze, but wow, what a turn of events.
That would have been so big for Ace. He would have, Fitz Gold. He would have got a Reaper charge. Oh, and in the bottom lane, DERP getting a kill onto Artemis there. This is not what you want to happen in your Minerva versus Rook lane. You don't want Minerva winning early.
Yeah, but at the same time, Rook's a hero that can come back. It's not the end of the world. But still, nonetheless, great play from Hooligan. You often refer to him as DERP for some reason. That is the team name. But
he's DERP Hooligan.
I know, you always say like DERP gets the kill in the bottom lane. I think it's because you're not that great at reading. No, I'm just kidding. But they do have Kiwi rotating down here to try and give him a little bit of help. He might stay in the area, like he might fake away a couple times and just be around. Hooligan is going to check the bushes to make sure he's safe. But they do definitely need to get Artemis off in the right step this game, because last game he had such a monster game. He's so influential in the victory. This game he's got a slow start, so they're going to do whatever they can. Top lane's going to get ganked though. They're going to jump with Jinchi. The stun.
Hold on, in the bot lane though, they're trying to all in here, and Artemis has to Razor Juke to get away, and he actually is going to survive. Let's see what's going on in the top lane. Doesn't look like any kill happening there either, so thankfully we didn't miss too much action.
Missed nothing.
Yeah, but
mid lane tower's taking damage.
Yeah, Minerva is just running away with this lane right now. Artemis is trying to get some burst in, but that Golden Protector is pretty big, and Minerva at this point, I don't know if Rook is able to contend with it without getting a gank. Because look at how low he's going in. The gank is coming, but is it going to be enough? One more. Oh no, he's going to have to back off. Malady is here, but I don't know. It's so hard. There is the stun. Gonna use the CC break. Oh, Deliverance is gonna miss. And Hooligan now is under tower. Now this is the one problem with Minerva. You don't clear waves at all. They will be able to get a lot of tower damage in on this.
Yeah, that's why Jinchi is rotating down right now, because they don't want to lose the tower for free. Dudley in top lane gets a kill, but it's a trade once again, so Sanaka getting a fair bit of money out of that exchange.
Yes.
Like I mentioned in the pregame, that they have to be aggressive and all in the side of DERP, and they're definitely fulfilling the aggression part of it thus far. So I'm very happy to see that they're playing this way, because this is what this kind of lineup requires. We'll see if they can maintain this kind of momentum and mentality moving forward, or if they're gonna fade off a little bit. If they fade off, they're at the risk of, just letting the more conventional combo of PLS take over as we phase into later stages of the game. But if they continue this up, they're going to be in a really good spot. Artemis is in trouble.
Artemis is in trouble because here comes Dudley. Dudley knows. Oh, nice stun out. Oh, that was beautifully played. Is it going to be enough, though? It is going to be enough. Oh, Malady was just waiting for that to happen. That was a really, really nice save by Malady, basically. Wow. In the top lane, though, okay. Hooligan in the top lane. Oh, the dang Hooligan boys. Featherstone in the top lane. Happy about our way there. He could have died otherwise. But here we go. We have Lalonde. Oh, Featherstone got to be a little careful. They're just going to get
the
back.
The middle lane might die here.
Oh, in the mid lane?
Been attacking him for like 5 minutes.
Oh, but Ace coming in. And finally getting one of those kills off. Actually get a double kill. So that is going to be 2 charges, at least 2 charges. Take a look at Dudley's score here. Yeah, he just now got 2 charges, got some Fitz gold, his GPM almost to 400, so they're definitely coming back in this match. I would not count DERP out yet. Not one bit. Yeah, and this Minerva, what is Minerva building now? Finished power boots. Rook built a dampening cloak. Obviously, just having a really bad time against this Minerva. Is that dampening cloak going to actually help him farm and battle against this Minerva right now? Or is it just too late?
It's probably a little late.
Oh,
there's a couple things you can do.
Hooligan actually going in for that. Going to have to back off, though. Got to be careful. Deliverance is up. But not going to be enough. However, in the mid lane, is in the top lane, where do we find that out? Lalonde actually going in on Sananaka. They're trying to get this Vermilion down. 1 round attack. Hooligan is going to get it. They're going to trade. Can he get out now? Mantequillas is out for blood. I think Featherstone is going to make it out. No!
Oh, pincer.
Was that a pincer?
He might have lived if he didn't attack him, but the pincer.
Oh my god.
Feisty. Give him the crab. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, it looks like Stride was looking for a stun on Malady. He's going to try and harass him a wee bit here, but it's not going to result in anything unless Kiwi Dude stops paying attention. Bottom lane, another gank coming down on Minerva, but she's so hard to kill. They're going to go under tower and maybe all in this?
Maybe. Bottom lane, absolutely.
Oh,
Artemis.
he whiffs on the ult!
Oh, but he does get the kill, though, which is really, really big. Nice dodge there by Bo. And so they're going to save the tower, but he got the kill, and that was really big for Artemis because he's been suffering in this lane almost all game. So any kill is going to be good for him.
I don't know. They probably could have killed that tower.
Yeah.
And then maybe put pressure on him. I think they did that a little backwards.
Yes.
Minerva's going to be fine with trades. If you're committing that many resources...
Oh, yeah.
Minerva's a resilient hero. Like, 1 death, 2 deaths is not going to do anything to her. Once she hits the 400 GPM, she can start taking off. Meanwhile, Strike goes into the middle. He tries to put damage on Kiwi. Kiwi's going to back up a little bit, stun him. They put down the wall, and Kiwi might drop here, but a huge Dragon's Reach! And the both staff throw comes out, too. It looks like nobody's going to die in the end. Just a lot of damage all over the place.
So many resources committed to this fight for no kills. Dudley's here, though. He's not going to find it. They do save the tower. No, they do not save the tower. His tower fell a while back. Yeah, so that a lot of resources, no deaths. I mean, that's good. I mean, obviously, DERP is down at the moment, so if they can come out of a fight and not get killed, that's not the worst thing. Not the worst thing to happen. But Claudessa is still
poking
here.
the sleeping giant here. Just walking up to Dudley and auto-attacking him.
They're actually going to try and go in on Bo here. Oh, they bait out the Scorched Earth here. And Mantequillas might fall for this. He is tanky. He has a Scorched out. No, he's going to be fine. And actually get a kill onto Dudley there.
I don't get it. Why do you use Scorched, not Scorched Earth, why do you use the Bastion ultimate on 2 tanks? I don't get it.
I don't. They just wanted a kill. I don't know.
Yeah, and they didn't get it. Like,
no.
That's lacking creativity. That's like, to me, it's a sign of frustration. Those are two heroes you never want to target in this lineup. There's no reason ever to target them. Bo doesn't deal that much damage. We mentioned pregame. He's not even that good of a hero against this team.
Yep.
Why are you going to try and all-in him and take him down? You have to kill the important people. Either keep Artemis down or kill the free-farming Verm in the top lane. That was a sign of like frustration and desperation mixed together into a salty cocktail.
Absolutely, and at the same time, by the way, in the bottom lane, it looked like Maloney got a kill on to Minerva while all that was going down. So whole team, DERP is, all of them are mid here. Looks like Minerva's going back bottom lane. Are they going to try and push this tower? This tower has not taken any damage yet. So I don't know. They're going to try and force something here. Maybe.
Yeah, they're not a pushing team. They're a fighting team.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to straight up push towers. This is a bad idea if they overcommit.
Oh, Fetterstone barely getting out of there, but Vermilion is going to go down. Oh, but nice bow ult there. That bow rush taking Ace out of the fight under tower, and he goes down as well. And they are on this chase. Fetterstone is going to get topsed out and then killed. And here they are. Lalonde trying to make something happen. He is going to use that Zydic charge to get away, but Striad in the background is going to fall. Yeah, PLS is just running away with this game now. Let's take a look at the gold. That's the XP graph. Let's take a look at the gold graph. It's almost a little over 6,000 gold lead for Senpai Please Notice Me. And at the same time, they're also going to get a Baldir. So they're definitely in control of this match right now.
Yeah, so the difference between the way that DERP is running this lineup and the way that AG typically runs it is the movement. Like, having 4 people stationed in the mid lane and stagnantly trying to push out the tower, that's not how AG would run it. AG, they want you to be concerned all the time. They want to be all over the place, covering all ends of the map. They target priority heroes. They'll dive for it. 2 or 3 deep. Top lane, they're going to go on Hooligan here. Hooligan's going to drop instantly. Lalonde might take some damage as well. The wall goes down. It looks like Lalonde might die too. So 2 kills for PLS as they continue onto a tower. But just to finish the point, standing in lane and just presenting yourself is not going to work with an aggressive ganking lineup. You have to be creative. You have to be all over the place, and you have to instill fear into the enemy. And they're just not capable of doing that at this point. They did well pretty early on, but they seem to have dropped off as I feared may have happened.
Yeah, it's a tough lineup to run. You have to be in the right mindset. You have to be experienced with running that kind of lineup. And if you're not, it's just not going to work. At the same time, though, they do get... did they get a bottom tower right there while that was going on? Looks like they did get a tower. So they traded Tier 1 for Tier 2. Usually not the best trade, of course. And PLS is here. If they can make a fight happen. There goes Lalonde, though. Chosen One activated. Dudley going to get stunned out. Lalonde, though, going to get a nice engagement there. Followed up by Fetterstone in the background. Minerva in the background. They're doing a really good job. And they're going to get the bow as well. Maybe not. No, Bo is still alive. Bo's actually coming back. Gets the stun off. Gets the heal. And is still alive. He is on the run. I don't know if Minerva is going to... Tops is used there. No, auto attack is going to hit. Wow. That's the fight you want to see DERP win there. And they're going to get a tower for this as well. Oh, and the ace with the taunt. That was nice to play.
Yeah, Ace taunts are just ineffective unless you have the skin where he talks about his Ice Fist, Ice Wrist, Ice Lance, Ice Axe, or whatever. That taunt is just so much superior to all the others. So, I gotta criticize the Ace taunt game in this match. I don't think it's optimal. I think it's holding them back a little bit, and, should probably spend $10 or so on gems after the game and fix that. But, other than that, it is an interesting turn of events for DERP. It was really sloppy from PLS.
Yes.
But they have such a big lead. I mean, look at the GPM chart, and just seeing that they have 3 heroes sustaining near 500 GPM, that's a lot of monies. And especially since one of those heroes is Vermilion, he's going to start tearing through these carries. If they can get one sheep up to deal with the Minerva, then they're in a pretty good spot.
I agree, and they're actually going to try and take out Artemis here. Artemis is just going to try and run away. No, but he is definitely going to fall here. At the same time, Kiwidu is going to put a wall down and get away. Bo is now on the run. The rest of the team is here. They have Mantiquias there, but there is Vermilion in the background. They're going to try and turn this. Dudley is just getting obliterated there, but he is going to be fine. And they take down Minerva as well. Lalonde is in the background, getting, just trying to split the team, and everyone is backing out now. They
Minerva was trying so hard to get to that Vermilion.
Just couldn't.
They just had like enough heals coming out from Manti to keep the Vermilion alive. It was very close to him dying, but he got a heal. He rocket shot it, and he backed it up and killed the Minerva. Minerva's job is to get to that back line, so she did nothing wrong there. Even if she sacrifices herself and forces him back, it's not a horrible play. The rest of this team has to help penetrate with him. Like Jinchi has great capabilities of penetrating, as does the Ace. They were in the back end of the fight, and they couldn't really get involved in a meaningful way. So I don't like it when you're charging straight on. They need to take better angles, and then they can up their odds of winning one of these fights. But until that point, like, we're going to see similar results again, and eventually this Vermilion's just going to be at death ball mode, where he just walks into you and you beg for mercy.
I agree. Yeah, you got to be very careful, and they are here. They're trying to cut off this Vermilion. He's out of mana. He's going to get cut off. I know he's under tower. Oh, no, he tries to get away. It's just not going to be enough. That's absolutely a free kill on that Vermilion.
Yeah, and it looks like they should get a tier 1 or... Oh, this is a weird decision.
Man, PLS going for Syndara. Lalonde is going to spot this out. But the rest of the team is so far behind, I don't think they can contest this.
Yeah, it's not a bad decision. It looks like the rotations are slow. They're not even really rotating.
Yeah.
But if they weren't going to rotate, they should have kept everybody up there and went for tier 2.
Lalonde has the chosen one activated, but he got pushed away just enough that it was not a huge deal for that. Ace did come in, just not good enough. Ace is getting chased down here. There is one more out attack. It's going to be enough. They are going to chase him down. However, here is Minerva is in a lot of trouble, just trying to make something happen. But two tanks here try and maybe get this Malady. No! Is it? Oh, he does! Alright, so he does get that Malady. They are going to finish off this Syndara, though. So Minerva going in at least gets a kill for his trouble. And they're going to get a tier 2 tower for that. So, I mean, it's not the worst situation for DERP. If they got it, they got a tier 2. They still have their bottom tier 1. They're going to lose that right now. But if they all port out and get on the defense, they should not lose a tier 2 here. And then just have to worry about Krynos.
Yeah. So you're right. They got 2 towers, so it's not that bad. But then PLS gets a tier 1 on bottom, so it does make it kind of bad again. I don't really have an issue with them taking the 2 towers and not contesting. But if they do that, you're probably better off just actually not contesting, getting 1 kill and giving out 3 assists. It's not that great.
Yep.
So so the point is, if they didn't contest there right now, as they try and go on Dudley, Dudley's gonna die here.
Is caught out. That cursed wand was a nice pickup from Malady there. Hit that cursed wand on Ace, got close enough, got that wall off. Not much you can do at that point. Artemis not even in this fight. He does have. Oh, he looks like he's rotating down now.
Yeah, so if they had not contested there, they probably get 2 towers on the top lane and save their tier 1 on the bot lane. That's the only reason I don't think contesting was the right choice.
Sure.
But, okay, right now it looks like they're going to go on tier 2. They spot some people in the bush. Good bush check by Mantiquias. You can note that it's different from last game where the wrong people were bush checking. Guadesso leads the way this time, and that's a very smart move because, for whatever reason, this is the hottest bush in all the land.
And this
people think they could be sneaky.
Krynos on a generator. Disactivated now, so here comes a big team fight. Very possibly. Chosen One activated, but he's going to get stunned out. Oh, and Bo does such a great job hitting a 3-man ult. Completely nullifying that Bastion ult there. Minerva in the background, though, they want to take out Artemis here. No, Artemis is going to go over the wall. They are on the warpath right here. And I don't think they're going to get it. Mantiquias is still alive. Puts on that Scorched Earth. Hooligan's just ignoring him. Ace is here. Gonna get a kill, definitely onto Rook. And are they gonna keep chasing? They're gonna get another kill here for sure. Oh no, Kiwi Dude activates that. Does he have the stun? The stun did not land. And then in the bottom lane, Mantiquias is getting chased down as well. He should die here. And that was a successful defense on the generator.
It was sloppy again from PLS. They kind of got broken down, and that's much better look from DERP. Like, they took a lot of different angles. They spread out the team that wants to just fight you straight up 5v5, and that's good. Like, they kept Rook to the point where his only potential targets were like Ace and Stride on Jin Shi. If Rook can't get to Feder, then Feder is likely living through a lot of these fights. Same thing with the Malady. Malady is standing back. She's with the Rook most of the time. She's not penetrating. So, you know what? You just work with that, and it worked out well for them. Satnaka is in the middle lane getting farm. I mean, PLS are still in the driver's seat just because of the way their comp is structured. But a couple more fights like that, and things could change.
Yeah, absolutely. DERP can, if they win another 1 or 2 team fights like that, it could be really huge for them. They can get a generator before PLS does, and it's not a team that you want to have higher GPM than you with this composition. And they're going in. Here comes Noteboat. They're going to back on out. So we'll see what happens for the next few minutes. Artemis is bottom lane farming. He has his Crushing Mace finished. I'm assuming he's going for a Wound Splitter next item. But he's pretty far off from that.
Yeah. I think that, well, actually, I just noticed something very interesting. There's a Vamp Dagger on Hooligan.
There is a Vamp Dagger on Hooligan. Third item Vamp Dagger. Interesting. I'm curious to see what it is. But Striad's getting comboed down. He's actually still alive. Gonna live. Gonna get his stun off. And here is DERP. They are going all in on this. They're so tanky that they can handle this for a little while. They have a Hooligan in the background on that Fetterstone. That is kind of the playmaker for them. They have so much tank. Half their team can just jump in and cause chaos with Fetterstone in the background, kind of picking people off. And you saw that right there. Two go down, and DERP lose nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Metagears has the cheap up, but I'm not sure he used it that fight. I didn't see it go off. Also, somehow Malady disjointed the bow ult, which is frustrating. Anyone that plays bow a lot knows that there's like 8,000 problems with his ultimate. And, of course, it just always occurs when you least want it to. So I think the Malady stun stopped the person from being pushed back away from his team, which ended up helping him a ton. And obviously that's inadvertent on the part of Malady, but, it still hurts the effort. And, PLS, even though they have a lead, it's not that big of a lead anymore. They've got to start cleaning up their act. They really need to get to the backline and kill the important people. Like, there's a ball of tanks in front of you. You need to get better angles. That's what Malady is all about. That's what Rook is all about. You hit an ult into a backline hero, which is the only one in this game happens to be Feder. And right now they have vision on him. They're going to try and charge up, but they won't actually get to him because he's a little too fast. But you get to him, Feder's down, and all of a sudden it's a bunch of
right for
tanks just punching you. Yeah, this is the wrong generator backdoor, though. The middle one has like 4 HP.
I agree with you. Maybe they're changing that for later, but they're going to get a generator here. Nothing they can do about it. They might even get 2, but they're gonna not go for an engagement. They're generator and back, and they'll get back. They'll get mid later. That was big. That was big. Sneaking a generator in like that. That's one problem. You got to be careful, especially with this team here. They have the tankiness. They have the burst potential. They could take a generator so quick from you. You cannot be caught out of position. But Baldur's gonna fall. They're gonna try and rotate and get a quick Sindara. Will they be able to do this?
Another gen.
Yes.
Take another gen.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, they're just gonna take another gen.
They might go for Crux as well.
This is a great call.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to back here. They're not gonna get it.
They didn't finish Sindara.
No, they can't.
They're trying to save the game. They're all hitting on the base. Oh, they need to back out.
They do. But it pulled them off of that Sindara fight. Oh, the Lawn activating it, going in. They're gonna take odd bow, baby. No, they are gonna be just fine here. They have Hooligan in the background with that Fetterstone, but I don't think they can kill this Claudessa right now. They are just going on the chase.
Look at Bo just walking to their face.
Oh my god, he's going right back. Gosh. But
oh my gosh.
That's not going to do anything.
So cruel right now. What? Oh, that's hilarious.
He was trying.
Great effort. He got one auto attack on the Crux.
This
He
is
almost
the game.
pierced through its armor.
This is the game, and DERP actually going right back here onto Sindara, so they are going to finish this off. At least they get that. But they lost 2 generators in the blink of an eye. Oh, the gold
This
graph.
Sindara might bait them into the loss because, you know,
Yes.
PLS has shown they're not afraid to backdoor. And if they go with the Sindara, they might just lose a Crux.
Oh my god, it's so possible, and I know that they have to be talking about it right now. They're not rotating over for that, so maybe they're not going to backdoor it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But maybe not.
I don't know. They have Bo showing. That's the only person showing right now. Look, no, the rest of the team going to show in the mid lane. Here is DERP, though, hiding in the bush. This is not the worst idea, but I don't know if they're going to find anybody. Here we go. Yeah, PLS is. I don't think they don't need to backdoor. They have such a huge lead. You know, they can take a fight, right?
Ah!
I don't know.
It's crazy talk, whilke. They've done poorly in the last 2 fights.
You're right. You're right on that. They have the gold lead, but they have been losing team fights pretty spectacularly. So you have a point there. We'll see how this goes. And now they have Krytos with them. They should definitely get a tower out of this, right? Tower and back there. All right, here they go. They are focusing on that monkey, but here is Lalon in the background. He has that chosen one activated, but the whole team is in the mix here. Hexbane was out onto Featherstone, but Featherstone's back in the mix now, but these guys are tanky as well in the front line. They get the tower, and it's a 2-for-1. No, Minerva getting caught out there. They are on the run now, because they got to be careful. They have to go defend their Crux right now.
Those divers didn't get to the Verm.
Nope.
If they don't get to the Verm, then the fight is over. Verm is huge. Like, that's the end of the story. Like, if Verm lives, you don't win the fight. So, you know, the fact that they didn't get to him and put enough damage on him, it means that PLS was able to win the fight, and they're going to go ahead and go bottom, probably get this tier 2. They're a little afraid to backdoor it for some reason. They could definitely backdoor it, but the creeps are here anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, played a little safe. We're just going to play it a little safe. Definitely going to get this tower. Dudley going in from the back there. They do take out that Verm this time, but at the same time, they lose. Hooligan cannot die right here. There goes the Curse Wand. Oh, dodges the stun, though, but the AE is going to go down. The rest of the stuns and disables come out. Now we have a tank fight on our hands, folks.
The ever interesting tank fight. Manti jukes the wrong way. He bobbed when he should have weaved.
Minerva will die right here.
Yeah, that's going to be easy. Nope, Minerva will not die. Claudessa will die.
Claudessa will die right here.
Minerva is full health. I don't think there's any way she dies here.
You never
Manti,
know.
You know, sometimes you pick the high road. Sometimes you pick the low road. He picked the low road. And he didn't make it out. Senjukahara is going to back off. He's going to go top lane. There's tons of farm. They have no way of pushing a gem with these 3 heroes. It would probably take them 3.5 hours with their auto attacks. So, you know, they could fake this idea here, but this is like the biggest bluff I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there's no way they can take a generator with this. No, especially with Verm's back up. Yeah. Wow, they really want to try and make something happen here. But here is Bo looking for the ult. Actually only going to hit one, and it's Jin Shi. He's going to get stunned out with the Whirlwind. Deliverance was used. Malady actually going to bound her away and be just fine. And the only person to die there, though, well, no, sorry, almost the entire team dies there that was there. Jin Shi makes it out alive. And that's it.
Yeah, I think PLS was even surprised that they were like really going through with that, because that was odd.
Yeah, I mean, they had a huge
There's
creep
no
wave,
chance
right?
of them taking that gen.
Yeah.
They either not pay attention to the respawn timers, or they got a little bit inflated ego or something, because that was really odd.
I mean, they could just be getting desperate, trying to force something, maybe PLS into a mistake. But yeah, that was not going to happen there.
Yeah, there's better ways to be desperate. You know, going for an all-in backdoor is cool. Trying to fight them straight up 3-4 is not.
Yes. Add a generator.
So, we'll see what PLS does here. Like, they have a lot of win conditions. They can just, if they kill 2 people in a fight, the game's likely over. Especially if they kill it in a forward position like this. If they get the next Sindara, the game's likely over.
Derp has to be
They hit
very
a rook
careful
ult
here.
on a hero that isn't a tank, which is only one person.
Artemis
Attack this enemy.
looking for a pickoff here. They're actually going to turn this on to Hooligan, but instead, they're still alive. In the background is Featherstone putting in the damage. Mantiquias is going to fall. Satatonga, though, is... Oh, my God. Double kill for Featherstone, and they are turning this. Somehow, Minerva is still alive. Lalonde is here. This is a wipe. Wow.
Yes, in my list of win conditions, I don't think losing 5 people is one of them. They keep losing fights. Like, the position they're taking these fights, they're exposing themselves. And that fight, instead of jumping onto the Featherstone, Bo had to go and try and keep Satanaka alive for as long as possible. That's, like, so less than ideal. Like, you need somebody to go in and kill the Featherstone. That didn't happen. Featherstone took 0 damage. They're killing a Rax here.
Are they going to lose 2, though?
I have seen Dudley die to Raxes while trying to backdoor before, so I'm very proud of him that he made it out of this one.
You did jump away.
Props. I think that was in one of the matches that you casted.
It was. It was pretty funny.
He just died to it casually, so good job surviving for that one. The Rax damage is very strong.
Yeah, DERP, man, they're not going quietly. Look at this gold swing. I mean, obviously PLS is still in the lead here, 7K gold lead at the moment, but DERP is here to fight.
DERP is here to fight, and PLS is here to awkwardly lose fights.
At the moment, yes.
Like
we have a
all these
Sindara.
fights, Artemis is dying like near instantly. If he's going to die instantly, he needs to take someone down with you. That's like the rule of Rook.
Yeah, Lalonde, though, is definitely going to go down here. Not what you want to happen. You don't want your Bastion out of fight, especially right now. Oh, did Hooligan activate his ult as well? Explosive Rounds is on cooldown. Featherstone ult was activated there. They're backing off. They do not want to play anything wrong here, right? I mean, if they lose a team fight, it's game over for them.
Yeah, but they lost Sindara, so it's likely going to be game over anyway.
Well,
it's
they
very
have a
tough
shot.
to fight
Yeah.
5-on-5 straight up. I mean, the thing is, this Krytos is going to the bottom lane. If you look at bottom lane, the way it's set up, the only bush you can try and gank people from is that middle bush. I don't think there's any invis on the side of DERP, so they don't really have any sneaky initiation. So they're going to have to fight this more straight up, and every fight that's been straightforward is going to favor PLS. So, you know, they really should have contested Sindara there, in my opinion, even though they lost one.
Yeah.
Just at least make it more difficult for them to get. Letting them have Sindara is almost like laying down to an extent because of what I just said. The way they'll have to engage this next fight is going to be awkward and against their favor.
Yeah, Kiwi Dude, though, lots of disables coming out on this Malady. Hopefully they burst this Malady down before, you know, this Cursed Wand and then Hexbane and Whirlwind and Darkstorm, before all of that stuff comes out. Hopefully they can take that Malady out of the fight. But here we go. Big Krytos push, bottom lane. They got to be careful. They should not be trying to fight a bow right now. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, the only entry angle is this one bush.
Yes.
They can't surprise them. They can't get to the back line quickly. They need somebody to get on Satanaka if they're going to win this fight.
And they're
So keep an eye
already
on
roaming
Satanaka.
around, yeah. And there he is in the background. He's so far back. He is fine right now. They're just going to play this safe, it looks like. Here is the engagement. In the background, though, Rocket jumps away, but they get on him. Vermilion is still alive, using that Stone Skin, making it out. No, here he goes. Striad's there, getting the double kill. Nicely done. Hooligan on Featherstone's in the background, and here is DERP defending that push. That should have been the game-winning push there for PLS, but instead they're going to lose another generator right now.
Yeah, and they did what they had to do. They got 2 people back onto Satanaka, and they took them down rather
No, they're
quickly.
going for the Crux. They're going to try and end this game right now, and I think they might do it.
Yeah, they have 5 alive. It's over.
Wow.
Good defense by DERP, and it's a pseudo throw by PLS. Senjugar is going to do whatever he can to stop them, but he
They're
has
just
to delay
ignoring
for
him.
12 seconds here. There's nothing he can
No,
do.
this is game. This is going to game 3, folks. DERP wins game 2. Man, that was such a good comeback from DERP in that game.
Yeah, and I talked about how that space should have been a fight victory for PLS, and their fight was just like lacking. Like it felt like Artemis had little impact that entire game. I don't know if it's because of the dive comp or the tanky heroes, but every team fight that Satnaka went down, they lost that fight no matter what. The secondary sources of damage were not being impactful, and I think Malady played a pretty good game in general, but she wasn't the killer threat like you want your Malady to be. Like if she can get on the Featherstone earlier in those fights and take him down to lethal range, all of a sudden the fight's different. But she was standing back trying to protect Satanaka, which probably isn't her responsibility. So the way they played it towards the end was a little bit odd, and it looked like they were, more conservative because of how fights had gone in the middle of that game. So we'll see if they can remedy that for game three. PLS is a team that can lose the game and bounce back and still play well, unlike some other teams. So I don't think there's any like meta momentum shift coming on here. I think they're going to be ready for game three, and I think DERP's going to be ready for game three. But I doubt DERP goes with a lineup like this again because they were very close to losing this one. They got bailed out by some misplays from PLS.
So many misplays by Senpai. Please notice me in that game. But we're gonna take another short break, guys. We're gonna get this game three up and running. Senpai, please notice me versus Team DERP. I love it. Going to game three, going to be a lot of fun. So bear with us for just a few minutes. Throw some music up. We'll be right back.